Welcome back. Let's test out the PayPal accounts that we set up and see if we can actually make a payment and see if we actually have an order comes in successfully. So I'm going to go ahead and what I'd like you to do is we're going to split the window because we're already logged in here. And right now I'm actually logged in what's called incognito mode. So what I'm going to do is you're probably not logged in with incognito. You probably don't have this at the top of your window. To open up an incognito window, what you would do is click on these little dots here and say open incognito window here. Okay. And that'll have opened up the incognito window here. What that's going to do is it's going to allow us to access the website as if we're not logged in. Because remember, on the other window, we're actually logged into the website. So I'm going to go to Nuke Learning. Okay. And so here I am. Now I'm a fresh customer on this website. I don't have an account, nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and look for some products. So let's go down here. Here we go. This watch. I'm going to add that one to the cart. And let's add this beanie thing to the cart. Okay, perfect. So that's added to my cart. Okay, and since we haven't set up a lot of the links yet, I don't see where the cart is. So that's fine. We're going to go to the cart page. So I'm just clicking on cart at the top. I know that that's the cart page. We had set that up when we were doing the WooCommerce settings there. So here's 2 items I have in my cart. Okay. And as you can see, I'm not logged in, so it's not giving me any shipping subtotals. So I'm just going to proceed to the shipping or checkout page. And now we're going to enter in the address. Okay, and we're gonna say is 123, what street? And let's say we're in Tucson, Arizona. Oh, we need to change this to United States because I'm pretending that we're from the US here. There we go. And we're gonna put in a zip code. Okay, and so I put in the zip code and just a fake number. Oh. All right. Okay, and I'm gonna put now here, put your real address. And the reason why is because you want to see what it actually looks like. So put your personal one in there. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, now the customer is going to be presented an option of creating an account. Well, in this case, I'm just going to pretend that we're checking out as a guest. Okay, and then here we can ship to a different address if you want by clicking this or adding any order notes. Up here, we have, looks like it's giving us a flat rate shipping of $22, but because when we set up our thing, if it was over $100, it was going to present to us free shipping. So technically, I can press free shipping. Okay, and that's just going to change now to free shipping, and the price should reflect that. Now we're going to go over to the next part of this whole thing, is actual payment. So first of all, you want to make sure you've checked off I read and accept the terms and conditions. We set that up. Technically, if somebody doesn't check that, it should not allow them to go to the payment screen. So I'm going to check off I've read it and proceed to PayPal. So what this is going to do is it's going to process the order and move me to the PayPal account. So it's going to automatically bring the email address that you had set in there over. So we're going to go ahead and change that. Actually, you know what? We're not going to even do this. So you could actually log into the PayPal account with your fake Sandbox account. We're just going to pay with the credit card number. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Pay with Debit or Credit Card button here. Okay, now it's going to present me some options of checking out using my credit card number. Well, in this case, I'm going to be using the credit card number that is given to me on the developer account for Sandbox. So we're going to use, that's why we had opened another window, because we want to actually get the information, hopefully, if you still have it open, from your developer account. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So make sure that you go to developer.paypal.com if you haven't gone there yet. Make sure you log into the dashboard. So of course, put in your username and password. Okay, and so you should come to your dashboard, and then down underneath accounts, just under sandbox, you should have your accounts that we had created. So what you want to do is just click the little drop down underneath buyer. Okay, and then click the profile. So that's going to open up this little drop down window. And what we want to do is click on the funding tab. Okay, this is the tab where we're going to get all of our information from. So we want the credit card, this Visa number. I mean, most people are going to either use their PayPal account to check out, which was that previous view on the PayPal screen that we were at before, or they're going to choose credit card. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to highlight the credit card, and I'm going to memorize this. So 0722. Okay, so let's copy that, and we're going to minimize this and go back to our payment window. I'm going to paste the credit card information there. Okay, and it expires 0722. So just, keep that in mind. Now this CSC, they don't actually give you this number, but I just happen to know it's 1111. So just put 3 ones in there. Test name, your address that you had put in, everything's good. And of course, then the phone number that you would have entered, right? So, okay, that's an example there. And my email address should be the proper one that was given to me from the account. So I'm going to go ahead and change that. So we're going to copy this email address. All right, so there it is. That's there. So you're not going to see the receipt because this is not a real address. Like if it was, then you would be able to see what's going on. Okay, and then we'll click I do not want an account now here because obviously we're not creating a PayPal account. So I'm going to click Pay Now, and that should go. Excellent. So I've paid 249 Canadian dollars to the store here, and this is the amount. Okay, and it's going to send me back to the merchant. So if I click that button, it sends me back here, and now here it is. Here is my order and the total here. Okay, so that's what I've done. Now if this because I paid in Canadian dollars, and if my account was a US PayPal account, it obviously would have done a currency conversion there to pay me in Canadian dollars. Now we're going to go ahead and actually check the actual order in the background of our website. So I'm just going to click and drag this window over here. Okay, and I've logged into Nuki Learning, and I'm in the dashboard. And as you can see in my dashboard, I can see this is how many net sales I've had this month, and you can see a chart starting there. Same with this top seller. I added that watch. Okay, so I can click on here to go to the order, or more traditionally, you hover over WooCommerce here, and I click orders, and as you can see, there's one in orange. So that indicates that there was a successful payment. Now, if a customer is trying to pay from PayPal and it's unsuccessful, they either keep getting declined, things like that. What'll happen is you'll see an X, and it'll be a canceled order. That's the challenge with PayPal, is you'll see it's the same customer trying over and over again. They're probably having a problem. Normally, with any payment system, especially if you're trying to sell to another country, credit cards decline quite often because they're shopping outside of their normal habits. So if they're shopping from a retailer that's in Canada and you're shopping from the States, you might have to call your credit card company and let them know that you're trying to make a purchase on a Canadian website, and it should work. Normally that's the problem if it declines, or the person's just simply not, if they're trying to use their PayPal account, maybe they don't have enough funds, etc. So that could be the reason. So here's the order that's came in. It's green. It means it automatically sets to a state of processing. This is normal for PayPal. When everything's successful, we can see the transactional information here. The IPN is the notification that a payment was made. And so it went from pending payment to processing. So that's just the state changes that WooCommerce automatically does. And of course, you would go in here when you're, let's say you've completed the order, or you're sending it to them, you're shipping it to them and stuff like that. Because a customer can actually, if they created an account, they can log in and see what the order status is. Okay, and we can see this customer was a guest. If they weren't a guest, you can actually you can see their account and what customer they are. Of course, then the shipping details. You can also see what they've purchased and all kinds of information from here. So this is the order screen in a nutshell, and we'll be coming back here at the end when we do a little bit more, but just a brief overview on that. Okay, so we've set up PayPal, and now we're ready to move on to the next phase of setting up WooCommerce. So what you can do with PayPal is we're just gonna actually take off any payment method for now, because we have fake products on our website. We don't even want fake orders from people. Just kind of a headache. So actually, we're gonna turn off the payment gateway for now that it's set up. So let's go ahead and click on make sure you're still in WooCommerce and click Settings. Once you're in the settings here, just ensure to click on the Checkout tab and scroll down to the bottom, and we see PayPal is here. This is where we went and entered all our PayPal information. We're just going to uncheck that, and then we're going to save it. Okay, so scroll to the bottom and save. What that's going to do is it's just going to turn off payment methods. That will stop people from being able to purchase on your website. They'll be able to add stuff to the cart, but when they go to checkout, it'll say that there's no payment methods available. So this just stops that while you're building your website. We haven't really put this on Google or anything, so there really shouldn't be any traffic on your website outside of yourself, but you know what? It's a big world out there, so it might happen. So we've done that. We'll have to go back in there later. We're going to be turning on PayPal again, probably running through a couple more tests before we turn everything on. And finally, we're going to uncheck Enable PayPal Sandbox and put your real PayPal in here. So we will be coming back to that. Now, you should have gotten a couple of emails. One would have gone to the email, the info@ email that you had set up for the site. And that was the notification that you received an order. Also, as a customer, I would have received an email. So let's just take a look at that. Here's the order email I received. It's pretty basic. It doesn't have logos. It's got this purple color. It's not the best looking. So we are going to be changing that here in the settings, but I just wanted to see that this is the email I got. It shows how much I have in there, my payment method, etc., etc. So it is sending. It's actually working. We know our email system is working, so we've been able to now test that. That was when we set that up a little while ago. If you ever notice yourself or your customers' emails either going into spam or they're being marked as untrusted, or they don't know if it's coming from a trusted source, we've done something wrong with setting up the email, because what it does is it looks for very specific signatures of spam, and some of that is not setting up emails correctly. So hopefully we did that properly when we did set it up, and it did work for me, and it went to my inbox. I didn't have any warnings, so that's good. Okay, so we're going to be moving on to the next settings for WooCommerce, and that's the accounts section, and so we'll see you in the next video.